Hello guys, welcome back to a Boom Beach video. Today, we're back on my starting over Let's Play account. I know I haven't done a lot of videos on this account. I kind of go on it when I get bored of my main account / when there's no fun events going on. But I'm trying to make more content in this account, maybe like once every 2 weeks or once every week. Just so some of you lower levels can relate to it. We have imitation game today. Imitation game for low levels is the best place to find loot, so always hit your local imitation game. And it's not even that hard, so pretty much as soon as you unlock it, you get 7 attacks, so you can definitely destroy the first 2 stages, and you get a lot of loot. So it's always a good idea to hit imitation game, even if you only have time or the attack for one stage. It's still a good idea to attack imitation game, because I believe the loot on this was like 125,000 gold and some more stuff. Like, there's more loot you get, but that's just the base gold. So it's always a good idea to hit imitation game. This guy knows what's up. Gumbo energy statues and damage statues. This is good. Yeah, so 128,000 gold and just a bunch more loot. It's really good. Okay, here we go. Stage number 2. A little harder, but again, you'll still be able to defeat it. It's not impossible. So I like using a Ruka combination. I've used Ruka for the last bunch of starting over videos. It's really... Is that machine gun damage? Okay, we're gonna get a med kit down so we don't have to waste a shock yet. Good. Ruka for me is really easy to use. You just drop your troops, position them. You have to position them a little bit, but for the most part, you kind of just drop your troops and let them go. Now the way I want to defeat this is I'm actually gonna flank the base. I'm gonna get up by this mortar and walk back down. We're gonna lose a bunch of riflemen to these buildings, these cannons and boom cannons, but oh shoot, that's bad. Oh, that took out like all of my Zukas. That's really bad. But basically, we're gonna destroy the mortar, work our way down to the boom cannon, to sniper towers. We'll take down those as well, and we'll be at the finish line. Let's just start taking down sniper towers. Using energy, weaken them a little bit. Drop the rest on the cannons. Cannons isn't a big deal. As soon as that's... Okay, now we'll flare to the headquarters. Get all of our riflemen in front. Riflemen will distract the cannons from my troops. My main troops. My damaged troops. Then the Zukas will finish off. Okay. We'll activate it. That didn't help, but that was really close. That was my bad also. That mortar, my shock was just a tad too late. The mortar got a shot off, took out like all of my Zukas. All but 6 Zukas. So it took out 6 Zukas also. I don't know. 44 diamonds. Now you see here we're maxed out on loot. That's how insanely amazing. That's how amazing imitation game is. Oh yes, that's so good. Oh my gosh, we have so much gold. Okay, let's bless it up in our armory. What do we want to upgrade? Definitely Zukas. Get Zuka damage going up. Yeah, I don't want to upgrade warriors. We'll get Zuka damage popping. Convert this bad guy. Good. There's no more. I actually spent a boost on a thumbnail. I spent two power powder on a thumbnail the other day. That's a new low for me. It's really funny. I was trying to get a certain... Okay, yeah. So this is where we stop. Now I do have 6 attacks left, but if I need loot, I'll attack it. But the problem is, guys, I'm going to lose my entire army 3 to 4 times. And since I'm not going to wait to retrain them and I don't have endless reserves, I'm not going to attack this stage. So you could keep attacking and use all your attacks, get a bunch of loot. But for me, it's just not worth doing, because when I make a video, I spend diamonds to retrain, and I'm not going to spend 200 diamonds just to take out one more imitation stage. But I guess if you're not making a video, it's a really good idea still to hit it. Okay. We will bug down that. This guy obviously doesn't spend a lot of time making bases. Doesn't really care if... Well, maybe he does. He has green statues, so my view of him has been significantly swayed. From him being an offensive player to him being maybe not a really good player. Because I thought he was kind of just focusing on offense, but turns out any player that has... I'm just waiting for that 1 second tower to go. There we go. Get away from that flame and that mortar. Any player that has green statues doesn't know what's up. You know, I hate on green statues a lot. And I even proved, not like proved, but statistically proved, not even statistically, but by data I was able to prove that there's a time when life statues are beneficial. And I just still hate on them because it's the life statue. Like, I don't know. I might get hate for saying this, but I would rather be at a disadvantage, like when the right time to use life statues is, and not use life statues, just because I don't like life statues that much. Like, it's more of a pride thing for me. And some people even don't think it's beneficial to have life. I don't know. It's a whole debate. I wonder if some mathematician can do like a formal proof on it, like why life statues are pointless in Boom Beach. That'd actually be really funny. I mean, I don't know how you would do that. There was probably tools out there to do that for you. I kind of just looked at the data and concluded that it was in fact a really stupid idea, but there's a time to use it. And I came up with a time. I don't remember what my time was. Basically, if you play more than blank hours a day, then use statues, offensive statues. Otherwise, use life statues. So it's nothing formal, but that's just my opinion on life statues. Now, my opinion on, ice statues go a totally different way. That was a mistake. They go a totally different way because if you think about it, how do you, like, when do you use life statues? What's the optimal balance between, ice statues and offensive statues? Because, it's no secret that if you have ice statues, you're going to be able to defend significantly better than someone who has no ice statues. But at the same time, you can't, I would say, like, I don't know if this is, like, my intuition is saying if you don't really play a lot, either have life statues or ice statues, but if you attack 3 to 4 times a day, then sure, load up on, or do operation attacks, or like really, if you're lower in metals, I would say you would probably want to stay towards the offensive statue side, because here's the deal: at a lower level, you're gonna get paired up with higher level players. Higher level players are gonna be able to destroy your base. So the ice statues are only combating the lower level players attacking your base. So if this guy had a lot of ice, like all 4 of his statues were ice, I probably wouldn't be able to beat him, being a level 23. I still might be able to beat him. I hope I can beat him this attack, because if I don't, then there's something wrong with me, because this base is really easy. But I'm speaking more towards the max level players, that a max level player shouldn't have ice. Life. If a maxed out player has life, he has a problem, because life gets you loot. Maxed out players don't need loot. The only time you would want life is if you're attacking, like, not at all. So like 0 times, you're logging on once a day, or once every 72 hours to keep your resources cleared, or whatever the time is you need to be on to keep your resources cleared. So you log on that much. I'm gonna medkit down because I really don't want to lose all my riflemen here. Medkit on that left-hand side. Activate with flare. Just trying to clear myself a nice little spot here, so I can hit his core and not worry about anything. We'll shock the sniper tower. Take down a couple more buildings. Drop a flare to the headquarters. Good. Yeah, it looks good. So yeah, when you're attacking like once a day, even then the line between life and offensive statues gets pretty shady. One, I guess I'm trying to think about this on the spot because I've never really like set up laws of what I personally think, not even a law, but like what I think will be a good time to not have ice or not have life or not have offensive statues. Like I said, it'd be really cool if someone could come out and prove something using math. But I don't think that's possible because we don't have access to Boom Beach's algorithm for matchmaking, because that's what it depends on. You use offensive statues. I don't think I retrained. You use offensive statues for the sole purpose of being able to attack players that are higher than you. Being able to attack harder players. I am maxed out on loot. What am I doing? You guys are probably screaming at me. Okay. Let's just get a landing craft upgraded. 14. Nice. We'll only have one more. Okay, so there's two main purposes of offensive statues. One, not counting Mega Crab. One, for operations, and two, for attacking players that are higher than you that you wouldn't be able to take out without offensive statues. So basically, if you're able to take out all the players around your level, and not have offensive statues, then there's really no point in you having offensive statues. And even if you don't even take out all of the players, if you attack a couple times a day and can find new opponents that are hard and still have bases you can attack whenever you want to attack. Because, you know what, we could talk about loot and all, and what's the best, most optimal layout for statues, but at the end of the day, if you want to attack on Boom Beach, and you want to attack and destroy a base, you should be able to attack and destroy a base. If your map isn't cleared, you should be able to log on and defeat that super hard base. And that's kind of when offensive statues come in. But if you're not worried about that, like your map isn't cleared, you still have time to attack, then like there's no point in having offensive statues. Like, you're not doing operation attacks, there's no point in using offensive statues. So you might as well drop ice so you can defend your loot better. But if you don't need to defend your loot because nobody's attacking you, maybe you're super high level and that allows you to attack like a super high level for your medal count, and that allows you to attack more players on your map, then those players that attack you might get defeated a lot less. But at the same time, you might not even need loot. At that point in time, I guess life statues would be the way to go. But any other time, I don't know if life statues would be the way to go. A lot of people hate on life statues, and I personally believe there's a time and a place to use life statues. But if you're in a task force and you guys are doing operations, please hear me out here. Get offensive statues. Get rid of your life. Get rid of your ice unless you're pushing. and get offensive statues if you're in a task force doing operations. Anyway, that's all I have time for today. I hope you guys did like this talk. Let me know down below when you guys think the most optimal time to use life, ice, or offensive statues are. And yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, be sure to drop a like as always, and I'll talk to you guys next time.